Hello everybody, this is Night Raven here, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I am joining the new trend of reading Reddit stories, but we're not going to go with r/entitled parents or r/I don't work here lady. No, we're going to go to an underloved subreddit called r/TalesfromtheMuseum. I would check it out if you are into history or if you just need a break from the constant entitled parents or I don't work here lady. So this story is called It's 5 o'clock somewhere, just not here, posted by Dire Wolf Rules. I said I'd post it, so here you go. The other thing that happened when I was on photo duty. I work at an aquarium and sometimes I get called away from my usual tour guide duty to do other jobs. I'd been assigned to take guest photos at the entrance. My last post details another incident from that day. I was working the entrance and about 8 a.m. these two guys show up. They looked like they had hit every bar in town. They were singing Despacito, or at least trying to. Anyone remember when Justin Bieber tried singing Despacito in La 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 Burrito? That's pretty much what these guys are doing. Anyway, they get up to me and I tell them they gotta leave because our aquarium has a strict no drunks policy. I've never heard of that. Is this guy bullshitting that? They start yelling at me and I give them one more warning. I give warnings because once security is called, they wind up on the ban wall, which they ignore. So I got security to come and escort them out of the line. But of course, one of them tries to punch me. He was so out of it, though, he punched the metal pole next to me. I think he broke his hand. That's it. I'm not fazed by these things anymore because a bar opened up down the street from our aquarium, so a lot of drunks come in. TLDR, drunk dude caused problems, tries to punch me, missed, security takes them away, they got a lifetime ban. This, folks, is what I call instant karma, as well as call an Uber. There needs to be a subreddit called r/call an Uber for people who are very, very drunk. Some of the comments included, ha, instant karma. I just feel so bad for the guy who punched the metal pole and broke his hand, but that's karma for you. This story just tickles my soul. The next one is going to be Kid likes science, Mom likes religion, I like turtles. This is a long one, so fasten your seatbelts, everyone, and prepare for this long story. Why did they not put in paragraphs? This sub may be dead, but I'm not going to stop posting. And it was also made by Dire Wolf Rules. Huh. So if he starts the background, the exact same thing you said in the last one. I'm not going to read that. So we're going to go straight into the story. Dive right in. Pun intended. As I'm walking into the aquarium to start my shift, my boss stops me and tells me that the guy who runs the sea turtle exhibit called out, and since only one group scheduled a tour, our aquarium requires large groups to request guided tours in advance. I have to go cover for my coworker. I don't mind having to cover the my tongue and my mouth don't want to work today. I'm going to cover the exhibit education posts. I actually enjoy interacting with people. Plus, I would actually be doing something instead of waiting for a group to request a tour. So I change into my educator's uniform, and make my way to sea turtles. Our turtles are kept in great conditions as several were rescued. One of them actually cannot dive without the assistance of a weight attached to her back. She can surface just fine. I'm standing there answering the most random questions on turtles for about an hour. Do turtles fart? Do turtles have souls? What does a turtle smell like? When I see the group that's scheduled to come in. It was a group of kindergartners, and I saw the tour guide assigned was the new guy. Let's call him Larry. So Larry comes over and whispers to me that he needs help, and could I give the whole turtle speech while he calms down? That's never a good sign. I said sure, because kindergartners and parents can be very hard to deal with. We all know the pain of having to deal with kids who won't listen and whose parents encourage them. So I give the whole speech about all different species of turtles and how they are endangered and don't pollute kids. As I'm doing this, I notice Larry staring at one mom, fear in his eyes. She looked familiar, but I thought nothing of it. So I finished my speech and asked the kids if they have any questions. One kid raised his hand and asked how turtles find their way back to nesting beaches. Now I was surprised for a second because most adults I talk to don't ask that. I explained how recent studies have shown that turtles might be following the magnetic lines of the Earth. I decided that the kid who asked this question was now my new favorite guest, especially when he asked 2 follow-up questions. As this is going on, the mom I noticed Larry staring at starts getting huffy and passive-aggressively talks about the tour taking too long. I realized as soon as I heard her voice where I knew her from. She came on a tour with one of the kids back when I first started giving tours, and she was a nightmare. She threw a hissy fit in the middle of the shark exhibit and got mad when we talked about evolution and extinct species. She was one of those moms who show up to chaperone her kid's trip so she can act like she's involved instead of doing it out of love. My parent, yeah, asterisk, here. Yeah, my mom always generally went on trips, when she could. She worked a lot, but when she did go, it was a lot of fun. And she didn't do it just for the views. Like, I hate parents who do that. I mean, your children are not your staging props for photo shoots. Hashtag, Tori Spelling. Now, where was I? Because this person did not put in 8 paragraphs, and that just pisses me off, because then I can't tell where I left off. Here we go. When I tell the kid that sea turtles will go extinct if we don't change our ways, this woman jumps in and starts yelling that extinction isn't real, that I'm not spreading the Christian truth, and that I'm trying to corrupt her son. I just stood there with no emotion on my face for about 5 minutes while she yelled at me. When she was done, I asked as calmly as possible, "Ma'am, do you want to be dragged out of here by security again? I'd assume you wouldn't. We teach science, not religion here. You came willingly to our facility. If you wanted religion, you should have gone to a church." She proceeds to drag the kid out of there, and I can't help but smile when I remember the look of pure disgust on that kid's face. At least he realizes at a young age that his mom is frickin' insane. TLDR. Kid asks valid questions. Mom goes on a religious rant, drags kid out. Kid is disappointed in mom. I can only hope that kid got out of that situation. And I'm just happy that he's nothing like his mother.